What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome to my guide for Atelier Yumia. In this video we are going to be looking at particles and how to farm them. Now, it is absolutely no exaggeration to say that particles are pretty much the most important resource in this game, especially because that's how you unlock recipes and how you level them up. Of course, that also means you need them in huge quantities, especially, unfortunately, the large particles, which suck. Now, there are basically three ways you can farm these. There's the bad way, there's the okay way, and then there's the semi-decent way. Now, if you think we're going to be using the bad way, you're crazy. And if you think we're going to be using the best way, well, you're actually crazy, because believe it or not, one of the best ways to farm particles is actually the middle route, okay? And there is a reason for this, so let's talk about it. First of all, if you want to gather all four types of particles, unfortunately, you're out of luck for any real way. Now, you can gather small and mediums from the mana clusters in huge quantities very quickly, but those are the two least important particles anyway. The most important are the largies. Now, in the final area, so spoiler alert, I am about to show the map. In the final area, okay, roughly here, there is a good particle run that you can do, which will allow you to farm all of the large particles except for the yellow ones. Now, you do still get some yellows here, however, it's not the most optimal. And basically, it's a particle spot right here behind the tree, and then you would simply run all the way up those stairs and head to the left of the cathedral, and they're basically just next to the wall there. And then you would simply run back down to behind the tree. That is one of the best runs you can do, because then it allows you to farm all four colors in basically one go. Oh, we actually got a mana geyser. It allows you to farm 3 of the 4 particles in one go very quickly. And then you can simply head on over to the 3rd region of the game, and you can then easily farm the yellow particles right there very effortlessly. However, that is not, in fact, the way that you should be farming particles. Instead, you should combine your particle farm and your trait farm. But let's say you don't care about traits. Obviously, I've just shown you the run for the particles here in the final area. You will end up being low on yellow particles, which are unfortunately one of the most sought after sorts. In order to farm them, simply go to the commercial area in the 3rd region. And then you can either have 2 mana gazers or up to 4 or 5 different particle spawns. As you can see, we just had one right here, so I'll quickly run over and grab that. There we go. So this is the best for joy particles this area is here. Now, let's talk about the way you should be farming, and this is actually in the 1st area of the game. We're going to be using 2 very specific teleporters. So first is the Obly Springs. Now, the reason we're going to do this is because as well as farming mana particles from here, we also want the mana gazers. Like, we want them to spawn because they drop 2 of the rarest traits. So here's one right now for us, actually. They drop 2 of the rarest traits, and you are going to need a huge amount of them for your items and your equipment, unfortunately. And that is the item trait and the reduce cooldown trait. And unfortunately, we didn't get one there, but hey, sometimes it happens. So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to teleport here and we're going to run all the way down. Now, sometimes you won't get a mana gazer like I just did. However, as you can see, we do have a mana particle here in the water. So I'm going to quickly run over and grab that really quick. And then we're simply going to run back. Now, most of the time, you'll only really get a particle gathering here, or you will have one on the bridge over there. But we'll do this loop a couple of times, so you will get to see it. Now, once you've checked Obly Springs, you're going to fast travel over to the Guiding Cape and simply move up the cliff. So we did get a spawn here, thankfully. And you can also get a mana gazer here as well. That is why you really, really want to do this in particular method, because not only do you get huge amounts of particles, but it does allow you to get the traits that you want. So this area right here, okay, we didn't get one on the bridge, that's fine. This area right here is where you get the item traits from the crystal. You need the normal mode crystal for that. And we do have particle spawn, thankfully, so let's just quickly grab it. Is it moving to the water? Okay, so we have moved into the water now, so let's go grab that one as well. But yeah, so the item traits are from this mana gazer right here. We are going to quickly run back up just to see if we can actually trigger that spawn. 9 times out of 10, if you get the water particles, then you aren't going to get the mana gazer, and we didn't. So we're going to fast travel back. This one in particular, the Guiding Cape one, is actually where you get the reduce cooldown trait. And this, we've actually got the crystal, so that's great as well. So yeah, not only are you getting all of the small and mediums from the crystal spawns, you're getting the large from the actual particle gathering sections itself. Now, yes, it is a little bit slower than the final area for particles. Oh, we actually got a reduced cooldown there. So yeah, this is a little bit slower than the final area just for particles. But the difference is actually minuscule. And we finally got the bridge. The difference is minuscule. However, the added bonus of actually getting the traits, reduce cooldown and item use count up, is simply a trade-off that you should never, ever give up. Now, I did get the bridge one, so I am going to run over. And there you go, we did get more. If we didn't get another particle gathering here, what I suggest doing is just running down so you see the waterside mossstone gathering spot pop up on screen, and then walk back up. Sometimes that will trigger the mana crystal to spawn as well. Oh, no, I thought I saw another one there. But yeah, so this is what you're going to do to farm your particles and your traits all at once. Trust me, the sooner you do this, the better. Obviously, on your skill tree, you are going to need your particle gathering skills to ensure that you can actually get the largies as well. Now, I've already shown you where you can best get the yellow traits. Using this particular spot, you shouldn't run out of any sort of particles as long as you do it a little bit long enough for your traits. However, if you do, the only other particles that you're really going to run out of are blue and red. You'll have more than enough green. If you need blue large particles, you're going to come up to here near the building area right here, and you're simply going to loop around. You're going to go down the stairs again, and then just step inside this little building right here. And then you're going to come all the way back up. Okay, and then you're going to stop roughly here, and then simply go back down again. That's how you farm blue large particles. However, that is only good for blue large particles, just like over here is only good for yellow large particles. If you need fire, the red ones, then just stick to the loop in the final area, okay? This is by far the best spot for for large fire particles. And there we go. That is how you efficiently farm all of the large particles. Oh wait, no, I never actually showed green off, did I? If you do need green particles, honestly, you really never should. But just in case you do, you want to fast travel up to the quarry near the Alba settlement. Simply run up to the building here, then down the stairs just there, run up a little bit towards here, and then back down to the fast travel, and then back up to the building. And that's how you farm green particles in huge quantities. But yeah, there we go. So you now know the individual best spots for each particle, including the best spots for all particles together, and the spots that you absolutely should be using in the first region. But though, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I really hope it has helped. If it has, please be sure to smash that like button. And of course, drop a comment down below, as it greatly helps the channel out. And if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.